What's up, y'all? Look, so I have this theory, right? I disagree with church membership. Here's why. If you haven't seen the video that I put out about 1 Corinthians chapter 12, that's the whole basis for my reasoning behind disagreeing with church membership. Okay? We are the body. We all have different gifts and different ministries that the Lord has called us to. So all portions are needed in order to be a full body. Okay? So if I lock into a specific ministry, let's say, for example, if I'm only a member at a prosperity ministry, I'm not getting the fire and brimstone, for example. I'm not getting the deliverance. I'm only getting one thing. It's like saying you're having a full balanced meal. Like, I can't have a full balanced meal if I'm always at one place. So when people start to graduate out of a certain church, for example, if you're a milk feeding church and I feel that I no longer need milk, I'm going to find somewhere to go that serves meat, that serves what I need in this next level of my relationship with God. So being locked into a specific church for long term, I disagree with, because you have to go where you need to go to get everything that you need. So if I need to go to a prosperity ministry, if I need to go to a deliverance ministry, I shouldn't have to join this church. I just need to get there, be there for however long I need to get what I need to get, and move on to the next thing, so that I can become a whole individual for the kingdom of heaven and not just have one thing. That's the issue with people now, is they think that the people in these ministries are wrong for what they preach, and they not wrong. Can you imagine Joel Osteen doing a deliverance message? I mean, come on. It's not his calling. It's not the gift that God gave him. He gave him the ministry that he gave him. Is he right all the time? No. And we have to stop glorifying our pastors. We have to stop putting them on the pedestal. We have to stop idolizing them. We have to give glory to who glory belongs to, and that is Christ, the Messiah, Yeshua, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Okay? So you have to be fed where you need to be fed in the times that, in the time that you need it. So if you are grieving or going through something specific, you have to dial in to a specific ministry that links with what you're going through in that moment. If you need help with encouragement or being empowered, you have to find that church that does that. You wouldn't be in the right place if you went to, let's say, a fire and brimstone church. The last thing you need to hear is that you're going to hell when somebody in your life has passed away and you don't know how to deal with the grief that you have. All right? You probably need to be somewhere where they're going to encourage you or mend your broken heart in that moment. Okay? So that's my spiel on it, and this is my theory. Other people have their own theories or their own opinions, and that's cool. But that's where I'm at with it. I'm not locked into a membership. I disagree with church membership. I think it makes no sense. It makes it feel like it's more of a business at that point when you go into memberships and all of that stuff like that, because they want to see who's on the book so you can get a loan or you can get money for your ministry or whatever. But if you're doing this because God told you to do it, because God called you to ministry, to be a pastor or whatever, you have to know that the Lord is going to provide. All right? And if his word says that we are lenders, we're the lenders, not the borrowers, you shouldn't be going to get a loan anyway. So let the Lord lead and guide you through ministry. I have read the Bible, and I don't see anywhere where people were members of a said church. I mean, they met up in the fields and by the lake and by the river and stuff like that, but they weren't necessarily members. Okay, there was no membership, there was no roll call, there were no offering envelopes so people can keep track of how much money you've given to the ministry. None of that existed back then, because you went off the Holy Spirit leading and guiding you to do what it is he called you to do, whether it's give a certain amount or whatever. But yeah, that's just me. That's my spiel. If you agree, if you disagree, be nice, be in the comments. I'll meet you there and we can have a pleasant discussion. But I love y'all. Stay blessed.